Okay, so in this session we are going to talk about field values. Okay, so field value, as the name itself suggests, is something that gives value to a field, right? Value to a field. So why do we need that? So sometime what happens that we need to display a text. Let's say that we want to display a label. All right, and the label, of course, in the Pega configuration will have a length, fixed length that cannot go beyond that. And what if you have to send message that is way beyond that limit? So there we just put a label, we put basically a field value name there, and in the field value we create a separate rule, field value, and that's where we actually put the message, the actual message. That's one use, but the major use of the field value is in the localization. When we want to translate something from one language to other language, or from one value to another value, that's where we use field values. Okay, this is very important basically rule, because this is what Pega uses to render the value on the screen. All right, so let's see. So for example, in this case we have country IN and USA, right? What if we want to translate every IN to India and every USA to United States of America? So this one is coming from which class? This is coming from the location class. This one, right? And you already see that we have IN there, capital. But this is being shown as a small IN. That means there is already a field value that's changing it. Okay. Um, so anyway, we will override that because we will create a field value that will be on our class. Okay, and in our rules, so that will take precedent on any other rule that is there on the Pega rules rule set. Okay, so let's create. How do you create? So you create the field value in the same class. One second. In the same class where you have the value defined or property defined. It's a data model type of rule. So create field value. It asks you to provide the name of the field that you want to change, country, label, just say IN. You could have anything, country as well there, that should have been fine. Actually, yeah, that is fine. In. Uh, we want to, sorry, one second. We want to convert IN, small IN, right? For the country, small IN, we want to change it to something else. Okay, save it. Okay, now, all right, just a second. So, okay, let me create another case. Okay, so IN is already translated from IN. Let me just give me a minute. So if I just translate the actual original value, Yeah, this instance already exists. So let me delete this one. So IN2 India. No, something else is taking precedent. Just a second. Okay, so the field values are not translating. That means they're in this case, because this is basically coming from data party. So there could be a caption that's causing that issue. So let's see. USA. Alright, so this is the base class. This is where the value is coming from. Now we can just do a save as of this into our rule and we will say United States of America. Right. So this is a field value that we just copied over from Pega rule set to R to modify this. Now if I create a case, second. So we see United States of America. Similarly, there should be one for the IN as well, India. So let me check. In the base class. No, that's not in the base class. Okay. Localized value is also IN. Alright. No, that's not the one. Second. No problem. We can have a caption created directly, okay, in the base class. So this is being overridden from the base class, right? So what we will do is we will create a caption ourselves. We'll, sorry, not that field value. And IN caption. Sorry, this is right. This should be base class. India. Now we create another case. See, so this was basically in the base class. That's what was taking precedent. Okay. So similarly, we can have these values. For example, I can create is existing cost. Right. This is a property in the um, in the work class. Right. Let me just check that. Yeah. If I want to create a caption around that, or it's a label basically. So I can create a label around it to make it more descriptive. So this is the text that we see at the moment. That's the property label. We can change it to any value that we want through the field value. Okay, one second. sorry, I created that field value for the property itself, right? Should have been caption. One second. Caption is what we want to change. This is his existing customer. No, this is okay. This property is created in. Okay. So the text value that we change is caption, right? You create in that class wherever it will find. Pega will find a text like that. It will convert it to something that you will specify there, right? So this should be. Now we usually use it for translating the values to a different language. Okay. So we have different access group for different language, and we add a specialized rule set basically, in which we get all the field values translated to the language that we want to change it to, and then stored in that rule set, and that rule set is on the top of our application hierarchy. So it's very simple. If you want to change it to something else, the same, you can use same field value, and change it to any other language. Maybe you wanted to change it to English or German, and copy this, paste it here, save it. So picking that up. One second. OBS. This is all right. Localization. So this should actually be picking that up. Let me launch the user portal. Oh, I picked up the wrong one. Sorry. Should have been the caption one. No, not the cust ID. The caption one. Yeah, yeah, this one. Okay. Now see, this is translated to. Okay. So this is how we leverage field values.